Okay, forget everything you think you know from science fiction. The real revolution in augmented reality, it isn't happening in movies or video games. Nope, it's happening right now on factory floors and in design studios. Today, we're going to dive into how AR is quietly becoming one of the most powerful tools in the entire business world.
Right off the bat, let's just clear the air. When I say augmented reality, your mind probably jumps to those crazy futuristic holograms, right? Well, the reality of AR is actually way more practical, and it's already here.
That's right. This isn't some 5 or 10-year forecast. This is happening now. Companies all over the world are using AR solutions as we speak to solve real, everyday business problems.
And the impact? It's huge. From the assembly line to the boardroom, AI is fundamentally rewriting the rules for workflows, boosting productivity, and just making people better at their jobs. So let's get into what this actually means for businesses.
Okay, so first things first, we need to be on the same page about what we mean by enterprise AR. Because, it's a whole different universe from just catching digital creatures on your phone.
The easiest way to think about it is like a smart, interactive layer on top of reality. It adds digital information, like instructions, diagrams, or live data, right onto your view of the physical world. It's like a heads-up display for your job, giving you exactly what you need right when you need it.
Now, it's super easy to get AR mixed up with its cousin, VR, but the difference is actually really simple and really important. AR enhances the world you're already in. It adds to it. VR, on the other hand, replaces your world, dropping you into a totally simulated environment. One is a layer on your reality, the other is a brand new one.
All right, so we know what it is. Now for the really cool part, how are businesses actually using this stuff to get things done?
The applications are just incredibly diverse. It touches almost every single part of a business. I mean, think about it. You can train someone on a complex piece of machinery with literally zero risk. Or you could have your top expert virtually guide a rookie technician who's thousands of miles away. It's a true multi-tool for the modern company.
And hey, this isn't just a theory. Look at giants like DHL and BMW. They're giving their teams AR glasses to navigate gigantic warehouses or to verify complex assembly steps. And the result? Way fewer mistakes. Tasks get done faster, and that goes straight to the bottom line. It just works. And in the world of design, the impact is just as massive. I mean, car design used to mean building these super expensive, time-consuming clay models. Now, design teams at Ford can just pop on a HoloLens and see a full-scale digital car right there in the room with them. They can walk around it, they can look inside, and they can make changes in minutes, not months.
Okay, so one of the absolute game changers for AR is something called remote assistance. Just imagine if your single best expert, the one who knows everything, could virtually look over the shoulder of every single technician out in the field at the same time, no matter where they are.
Here's how it works. A technician is on site, they run into a tricky problem, so they put on their AR glasses. Instantly, an expert sitting hundreds of miles away sees exactly what they're seeing. That expert can then literally draw on the technician's world. They can circle a bolt. They can highlight a wire. The technician sees those instructions overlaid on the real machine, and bam, problem solved in minutes, not hours or days. It's that simple, and it is that powerful.
But of course, adopting this kind of technology isn't just a walk in the park. So let's get real for a minute and look at the hurdles that companies actually have to clear.
So the roadblocks really fall into a few main camps. No surprise, right? The upfront cost and the technical challenges are a huge piece of the pie. But look closely, that other big slice is the human element. Just getting your employees to actually adopt this new way of working, that's a major challenge in itself.
Yeah, when you really dig in, the challenges are both about tech and about culture. You've got the hard costs of the hardware and the software, not to mention some pretty serious concerns about data security. But then you have the equally tough part, the people. Overcoming that resistance to change, and then building the training programs and the IT support to make it all work for the long haul.
So how do you get past all those hurdles? Well, the answer really lies in smart integration and in recognizing the absolutely critical role of the IT department in all this.
Okay, this is the secret sauce right here. AR hardware by itself, it's kind of limited. The real magic, the true power, happens when you connect it to the company's core data systems, their ERP for inventory, their IoT sensors on the factory floor. I mean, imagine a technician looking at a machine and seeing its live performance data floating right in front of their eyes. That's when you unlock AR's real potential.
This completely changes the game for IT.
They go from being a support role to a core strategic driver. They're not just plugging things in anymore, they're the architects of this whole new system. They have to handle everything from picking the right tech and locking down cybersecurity to, and this is crucial, leading the training that gets the whole company on board.
So finally, let's look ahead. Where's all this headed? Well, the future is all about a deeper, smarter merge between our physical and our digital worlds.
So right now, we're all about integration, connecting the dots. But just around the corner, you add an AI and 5G, and suddenly AR becomes predictive. It'll tell a technician a machine might break before it actually does. And then, further out, we're talking shared virtual workspaces, where teams from all around the globe can collaborate as if they're standing right next to each other.
At the end of the day, this was never about replacing people with technology. The entire goal here is to augment our own skills, to merge the best of human intuition and our experience with the raw speed and power of digital intelligence. It's all about making us better, faster, and smarter at what we already do.
And that kind of leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to chew on. As our physical and digital worlds continue to blend together, what does productivity even mean anymore? What does work even look like when our reality is permanently enhanced? It's a future we're all going to be figuring out together.
Okay, forget everything you think you know from science fiction.